Oscar, there's a picture of you and Gunner, I guess, right after the SEC championship game where you come up to him and really give pat him on the back, whatever. Um, just knowing him the way you do, just why was that so big for him? And what is it about him that makes his team want to rally around him like they obviously have?
Yeah, I mean, me and Gunner, we go back a long way. I mean, since high school, we've known each other, and I've lived with him since I got here. And it's just really, it was a special moment for both of us. I mean, getting to have him come in there and play alongside each other was really cool. I'm just so happy for him. I get to see the work he puts in every day, and I know how hard he works and how hard he prepares, even when he wasn't playing. I mean, he's watching film 4 or 5 hours a night after practice, and he didn't know if he was going to play a snap that week. And for it to finally kind of, all come full circle was super cool. And I'm sorry, what was the second part of that question?
No, you answered.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Yeah, just obviously you guys had to replace Brock this year and he's tearing it up in the NFL. What do you make of the year that the tight end room as a whole has had? And obviously going about replacing him, but also the production and season you guys have had.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just, comes down to just, practicing hard and, just doing what we're asked to do. I mean, you can never guarantee targets, you can never guarantee catches. You just gotta, show up every day and, do what's called and, just do it to the best of our ability. And I think we've shown what we're capable of, and we got a really good room. We got a lot of good guys in that room, and we got a lot of playmakers. I mean, you just got to do your job. I mean, as a tight end here, you're asked to do a lot. So I mean, a lot of things go unnoticed and unseen that are kind of maybe it's blocking or protecting, but I mean, we're out there making an impact on every play. So.
Two questions for you. One, what have you seen from Notre Dame on film? You talk about watching film a lot. What have you seen? And also, tell me a little bit about your two freshman tight ends and how they've changed from the first practice to now.
Yeah, I mean Notre Dame, they've got a big, physical, strong defense. I mean they're gonna load the box and they're gonna try to stop the run. And there's a lot of matchups, a lot of one-on-one opportunities, and they've got good players and we've got good players too. So it's really just gonna be one-on-ones and winning your matchups, things like that. And Jaden and Colton, they came in here. Uh, I think it was they early enrolled last year, and they both have grown tremendously. I mean, from the weight room to practice, I'm really impressed with both of them. I mean, they're both making plays every day. They've both gotten so much better in the run game and the pass game. Coming in as a tight end to the SEC is not it's not easy. You don't really do the blocking you do in high school, so they both learned and they're getting better every day. And you see it every day, and we watch it, and they're both gonna be really good players here.
Coach Bobo was talking about how it hasn't been smooth as an offense or as a team for that matter, with a lot of ups and downs this season. As it relates to the offense, why do you think that is in terms of, maybe not being as productive as you guys would like overall?
I think it just all comes down to execution. We've got a lot of really good players, a lot of really good guys on our offense. And it just comes down to everyone being on the same page for that play. And we've shown flashes of it. And obviously there's going to be plays where it doesn't work out how it's drawn up. But I think when we're all focused and we're all locked in, and we execute to the best of our abilities, I mean we're pretty dangerous.
Oscar, your first playoff game was actually obviously against Ohio State. Darnell gets hurt. You have to come in and really have to play a big role. How much of that game, just looking back, kind of maybe propel you, on your way to kind of where you're at right now?
Yeah, I mean, going into that game, I was not expecting to play much, if at all. And I think it just comes down to how we prepare and how we practice. I mean, I remember Darnell went down and I got put in there, and they didn't hesitate on any of the play calling. They didn't change anything because I was in there, and they expect you to be ready. And I think the way we practice and the way we prepare, it made me ready, and it made the game easier than what it would have been if we didn't practice like we did.
Yeah, yeah. Quick follow on. I don't have the mic, but just is that a lesson for the rest of the guys? Maybe other guys who have not played much this year that hey, my opportunity could come and kind of have you as an example of what can happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just got to buy into it and trust the process. I mean, we talk to guys that were here and that are in the NFL now all the time, and some of them didn't play until they were juniors, and then they ended up being first round picks. So just the way that we practice and we prepare and you get developed here, it's different than everywhere else, and you just got to buy into the process and trust it.
Yeah, you're someone who obviously knows Gunnar well. In these last 3 weeks, with him taking over as a starting quarterback, where have you seen him maybe grow or change the most, if he has at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think just being more comfortable, just kind of being out there with the ones like the whole time. I've never started at quarterback. Anyone else on our team has ever started at quarterback really, and so it's a unique thing. And for him to kind of just get used to, all right, I'm the guy now, and just get that confidence that he has every play, I think is big for him, and I think he has that. And none of us are worried about anything. I mean, he came in that game, no one flinched. I mean, we all rallied behind him, and we know what kind of player he is. We've seen it for the past 3 years, and we know how good of a quarterback he is. So I think we're really just excited for everyone else to finally get to see what he can do.
Let's switch over to a couple of questions from Zoom.
First question will go to Bailey Burmaster.
Oscar, I have two questions, so I'll let you answer the first and then I'll follow up. What feels different in the run of a play with Gunner leading the way versus Beck?
They both have their strengths and they both have their weaknesses. I mean, they're different. They complement each other in different ways. But I think with Gunner, it gives us more of that option where, he can extend a lot of plays. And he's a physical guy, and y'all saw that in the SEC championship. I mean, he's not scared to put his shoulder down and run through someone. So, you just got to be ready at all times, scrambling, just extending plays with his legs and, being ready to block for him because he's not going to want to slide.
In addition to that, with your relationship with Gunner, what is something the average fan may not know about Gunner?
Um, I don't know. I mean, he's old school. I think people are starting to find that out a little bit, but he's old school. He's not a materialistic kind of guy. He doesn't care about all the NIL and all that stuff. He just likes being with his friends, his family, and his cows. So.
Next question will go to Wade Cheek with the Clayton Tribune. All right, we'll go to Palmer Toms and then try to come back to Wade Cheek. Palmer, go ahead.
Yeah, Oscar, looked like you were the first one to get to Trevor after his touchdown against Texas. What did you say to him, and just what is the difference of this offense with Trevor?
I was just so happy for him. I mean, he's a guy who came here, and I mean, I feel like he's been here since I got here. He's someone I really consider a brother, and I know the offense loves him. Everyone on the team loves him. He's a great leader, great person. And just to have him have that moment and me get to be there with him was really special. And I mean, he deserves it. Just the things he's been through this season that people don't really get to see. Behind the scenes it's huge. So I was really excited for him and really happy for him.
Try to go back to Wade Cheek with the Clayton Tribune. And we'll go to Charles Odom with the Associated Press.
Just a quick follow to what you said about how no one flinched starting the second half in Atlanta. What was that? That's had to be a lot for a guy getting that first important role. What was he like in the huddle for that second half, and especially in that first drive when you guys just charged down the field?
Yeah, I mean, he was calm. I mean, he was ready. He was comfortable. We practice all those scenarios, so it's not like a situation he was just thrown into that he's never been in before. Well, we do a good job of preparing everyone for drives and things like that happen, and we walk through. I mean, everything that could possibly happen in a game. So I think he was comfortable. He was calm. He was cool. And I mean, he was just excited. I mean, we got in the huddle and he's all right. Let's go finish this thing off. And we did it.
We got time for one more. Connor? Yeah, Mark.
All right. So, have you met Gunner's cows, and what can you tell us about them?
I have. I've been up there a couple times, and he's got I think when I was up there, he had I think 3 or 4, and I think he's got more now. But there's always been the running joke of he made like an Instagram post a long time ago. It was always great to wake up to a new cow on game day or something, and everyone kind of loved that on the team. I mean, that's just the guy he is. I mean, he just loves stuff like that. I mean, he's not about all the Instagram fame and all that. I mean, he'll take a picture of his cow and post it when he's happy, and it's cool. I mean, he takes pride in it, so it's special. It's awesome.
All right, Oscar, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Oscar.